If you happen to catch the Southside Gaming 5K tournament last week, you may have seen this really cool video that's been going around. Jonathan Sweet brought this really interesting Ruby Steel deck that focused on Maui Half Shark and the action cards One Last Hope and Fan the Flames. Together, they can do some really interesting things and clear a board here, as we can see, while gaining a bunch of lore, which we'll go over in a little bit. But yeah, stuff like this, fun combos. You know, I'm all about fun combos. You know, I'm still trying to get Pavi to work, but really interested me. I really wanted to take it out for a spin. So here is the deck list that Jonathan Sweet brought to this tournament. I definitely wanted to put my own spin on it, so we'll go over my deck in a little bit. But if you want to see his deck list, I will link it down below. But yeah, the idea is Maui Half Shark, which we all know and love, or love to hate. We know what it is. A 6-cost inkable card, 7/5 evasive, that when it challenges another character, you can go into your discard and bring back an action card, and every time you play an action, you gain a lore. So we combine this card with One Last Hope, something that a lot of people might have less experience with. It's a 3-cost uninkable card that is a song. Chosen character gains resist 2. If it's a hero, then it can challenge ready characters, which Maui is. So this gives us access to be able to challenge our opponent's entire board almost. And from there, we have the 1-cost action card all the way back from set 1, Fan the Flames, which readies a chosen character. They can't quest for the rest of the turn, but it doesn't matter because we are not going to be questing, we're going to be challenging. So the whole idea is once these cards are together, Maui can challenge anything he wants. He's going to challenge, and he's going to bring Fan the Flames back from the discard and play it, ready himself, challenge another character, and we rinse and repeat until we get the entire opponent's board down. And depending on how many characters there are, we gain a lore for every time we play an action. So we get one for the One Last Hope for every Fan the Flames we play. So we wipe our opponent's board, and we get a lot of lore while doing it. So super fun. I wanted to put my own spin on it, so here is my list. This will also be linked down below if you wanted to take that out for a spin. Not saying that it's better in any way. I think this just kind of suits my playstyle more, and I thought there were some cards that might improve it, or I think might improve it. I just want to take it out for a spin and see if it's true or not. But yeah, I'm just gonna go over the things I did change. I maxed out the Robin Hoods and this Mickey shift line. We have Sticky Mickey, the 1-cost 1/2 food fighter that has resist 1, that we see being used on occasion in certain steel decks. But with this Ruby combination, we get to shift it into this 5-cost Pirate Captain Mickey that gives our other pirate characters, which at the time only Shmi is there, or himself, I guess, if we play another Pirate Captain Mickey. But yeah, our other chosen pirate gets +2 and takes no damage when he quests. With this line and the Robin Hood line, we have 2 different shift lines that we can shift onto 3. So I thought, why not take advantage of that? I'm gonna max this line out, and I'm gonna play Whole New World for draw instead of the dock. I just think we have a lot of viable singers in this deck. Not only that, we have Maui Half Shark, which can bring a Whole New World back into our hand in case we draw too many of them or whatever. I definitely wanted to play less than 4 initially. I was thinking of running either 2 or 3, probably leaning towards 3, but I ended up maxing it out just because this deck is so low on uninkables that I just felt like safe running up to 4. But yeah, I would definitely test going down on that. Other changes I made, I swapped out the Sisus that is normally paired with Flynn Rider. Instead, I'm going to be playing Gustav the Giant. I just think whenever I try and play Ruby Steel, I really like to play this combination because it's a fun combination to have. Gustav is a 6/6. He enters play exerted and doesn't ready. He only readies when another character challenges and banishes a character in the challenge. So yeah, he just, you know, he doesn't seem to pose a threat until you start to be able to challenge other characters. I don't think he can be ignored though, because if you ignore him, he'll just suddenly ready at some point and beating down something on your board. The other reason I wanted to add him in is if I do get the Maui combo off, or the other combo off that I added to this deck. If we get it off, then Gustav, if he's on the board, gets to just quest a bunch of times every time the Maui finishes a challenge. But yeah, besides these cards, I add in 2 of the Maui Hero to Alls because, you know, it's a very nice card. 5 cost, Rush Reckless, 6/5. We all know it. We all love it. Not only that, he is a great singer of a whole new world because he is a 5 cost. And because we have him in, I can put in a Maui's Fishhook. And I want this in mainly because, you know, we're playing a lot of Maui's. We're going to get its effect for free quite a bit. And his giving one of our characters evasive might get us the win at some point, or we might need the +3 boost at some point. But the main reason I wanted in is I did also add this Pyros and Arthur combo. If you are a long-time viewer of this channel, you may remember this featured deck video I had that my friend Mikey built. He built Blue Steel Pyros with both of these cards as the mainstay, and it was super fun. I tried to make this combo work in the beginning of the set, but with all the evasives running around, I wasn't sure how to make it work. Now that I'm dipping in Ruby, I have access to this Maui's Fishhook, which gives me that reach if I do manage to go through with it. But not only that, Jonathan Lamb took Pyros and Arthur in his Blue Steel deck that he took to DLC Australia and made top 4 of it, so there's definitely something behind these cards as a combination. So I'm adding 2 Pyroses and 1 Arthur into this deck. That is the same amount of each that Jonathan Lamb brought. Definitely just want to test it out in this deck. But come next set, we have some interesting cards coming up in Ruby Steel, namely the Mushu that is a dual ink color for this set, as well as the Mulan, who is the same. And these cards might be the first on the chopping block just because you know, they're cute, but maybe not a mainstay combination. But yeah, definitely want to try it out for now, and we'll see if we like it and if we want to take it into next set. But yeah, that's the main changes I made. I took it to play a game, so gameplay's coming up next. Hope you guys enjoy it. If you want to see more fun decks or stuff like this, then definitely, you know, drop a like and comment down below. I really appreciate it. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Enjoy the rest of the video. Alright, what is up, guys? You're here. Welcome back to another Lorcana video. Today we are bringing this Ruby Steel deck, and we are matching it up against my opponent's Amethyst Steel. So let us see how this odd color combination will do against one of the top meta decks. But yeah, this is the first time I'm touching this deck, first time I'm playing with it, so definitely give me some leeway for some mistakes made. But my opponent also, first time he's seeing this deck, he did not see the combo in action, so definitely not expecting it. So give him some leeway as well with some of the decisions he might make, because he doesn't know what our win con is, obviously. But yeah, starting off with a mistake right off the bat. I think what I did was I saw the turn box followers and I thought my opponent was a turn behind because he was on the play and I was on the draw, and I think I just mixed that up. But yeah, my Sticky Mickey, I quested with it when I probably shouldn't have because the fox was coming down to take it out. I thought it was going to be safe, but yeah, I had the shift in hand, so that's a little unfortunate. Yeah, but no problem there. We lose the Mickey, but we do get Gustav down on 3. But my opponent does have Strength of a Raging Fire, which he uses to take our Flynn out, so we don't get the 3 lore that we normally would for having the highest strength character on the board. But yeah, we get Shmi down on our next turn, and we are going to go ahead, fan the flames. We're going to use it aggressively here. Going to ready our Gustav so we can take out this fox. And yeah, back to our opponent's turn. He is going to pop his turn box followers, and for 5, he is going to drop down double Calhoun and a turn box followers, which we don't like to see. Because we have nothing to challenge this turn, we can't ready the Gustav, so he's going to be food for this Calhoun probably. I do drop my Maui on my turn 5. Reason being, the only other card in my hand is a Whole New World. Rather than just cast that, I would rather have the Maui on the field to sing it this following turn. So yeah, might as well. Why not? It couldn't challenge the turn before, but no big deal. We ink that Robin Hood that we just draw, and we are going to sing a Whole New World. Get ourselves a fresh hand to hopefully find some fun stuff to play here. We get our Pyros out for 5, and we get another Robin Hood, 1 cost onto the board. On our opponent's turn for 4, he's going to play a rabbit and ink a Pete and go for a quest and bounce the rabbit back. I think he thought about it for a second, but that's fine by us. We are a whole new world deck, so we are don't mind how many cards he's drawing because we're gonna force him to discard at some point. We are gonna brawl the Elsa. Very nice. And from here, we will ink our Flynn Rider and go for another whole new world after playing out the shift Robin Hood here. And yeah, force our opponent to discard all those fresh new cards he drew. And we are going to go also for another Sticky Mickey. Yeah, Maui is doing great work for us. He has challenged nothing so far, but he's just, you know, more of a singer this game. He's just stretching his vocal cords instead of his muscles. But yeah, our opponent's next turn, Goat's going to hit the field. White Rose is going to hit the field. And he's at 11 lore. We're only at 3. A little alarming. We get our Pete out. We're going to play out Beast. Very nice combination at 8 ink to be able to do, because our Beast is usually pretty safe when it comes to it. But yeah, we are going to go on some quests. Our Robin Hood and Sticky Mickey are going to go. But my opponent is going to quest with his Goat. He is going to bounce it back with the Snake. And he is going to replay it. Not only that though, he's going to go ahead and ink a card and then play Double Broom. Now the problem is everything is ready here, and he has lethal on board that he can quest for 6th, and we don't have our Arthur, unfortunately. If we had Arthur here, it would be super nice. Our Pyros would just go on a spree and take everything out. We don't have it though, and we don't have anything that can challenge these ready characters. So unfortunately, we're going to be taking a game 1 loss, which just goes to show, you know, if we don't find any of our combinations, we just might get ran over if our opponent doesn't quest, because we kind of rely a little bit on challenges. We don't rely all the way on it, but just a little bit. But yeah, into game 2 here. Hopefully we get some redemption for this deck. Show that it does have some legs to stand on. We are on the play this time, so Sticky Mickey was safe to quest there. Not going to be hit by a Fox this time around. We did get a Shmee down on our turn 2, and on turn 3 we shift the Mickey as we intended to, and we are going to go ahead and sting a whole new world. And I do decide to quest here with Shmee. Reason being, yes, if Calhoun runs into it, she is going to get 2 lore, but if she runs into it here, he can't play a Fox to take out our Mickey, so at least our Mickey survives another turn. Yeah, unfortunately though, our opponent does get 2 Triggerbox followers here, so even if our opponent plays nothing here, our Mickey is kind of in danger if he quests. So I'm just going to go ahead and not do that. I'm going to play a Gustav though, and I'm also going to play another Sticky Mickey to start to pressure the field here. Turn 4, our opponent gets a rabbit, and we are just hoping to find something that we can play. Hoping another whole new world would be super nice too, so that we can start resetting hands, especially after a rabbit is played. But yeah, we get a Pyros on board here. I'm gonna go ahead and quest with the Mickey just because you know, he's getting lore on the board. I don't really mind if he's taken out by a Fox or something. At least we can retaliate, since we have Gustav on the field. If we do retaliate, then he's gonna start to do some more damage. Unfortunately for us, our opponent's going to get a really good turn here. He's going to get Elsa to exert our Mickey, and he's going to sing Strength with the rabbit to take care of our Pyros, and then he can trade very neatly into the Mickey as well and get rid of a lot of these threats on our board. He's also going to pop his Triggerbox followers for a draw, which is very nice for him. Very good turn, and hoping we can retaliate here. We are going to, once again, aggressively go to Fan the Flames, bring our Gustav up and standing. I'm going to play a Pete just to prevent any actions that might come down. And we're going to trade into this rabbit here before questing with our Mickey and passing back. And yeah, on our opponent's turn, Pete comes down. This is, I think, one of the fun things that I didn't get to participate much in this set, but Pete Wars, because I don't play Steel, I don't normally have Pete, but it's always fun, in my opinion at least, it's fun to play these games with Pete, and hopefully get the last laugh with a well-placed Pete. But yeah, unfortunately for us, we don't quite get that for this game. We did get a beast, which was nice since he peated us. We couldn't play the rest of our hand. Luckily, we top decked the beast, but he did have a Zeus ready to get rid of our beast there before he foxes the Elsa that sang it and runs into our Gustav for good measure. But yeah, even when Gustav doesn't really do much, like in this game, he still takes out a lot, you know, like because he managed to trade with something after the Fan of Flames, and then he forced the Fox to run into it, stuff like that. But yeah, we go ahead and play a Pete here just because I think it was the only thing we could play. I did play Go the Distance. In case you didn't know, like there was nothing on the board that I could ready because it readies a damaged character, which I didn't have. But you can still play the card to cycle and draw a card because that's another effect. It doesn't have to have a target to be able to do that. But yeah, we are kind of in top deck mode here. Luckily, we do get this Maui that we can challenge this Pete with. Currently in our hand, we have the One Last Hope, which is part of the combination. We're just looking for the Half Shark to finish it up. And yeah, I think I see another Fan the Flames in there too. So yeah, nothing we can play yet. We're gonna go ahead though. We top like a Flynn Rider, which is kind of nice because we have this Maui on board, and as long as he's standing, if our opponent doesn't have an answer, we are going to be gaining this 3 lore of our Flynn Rider since he is so strong. But yeah, our opponent here is going to quest with Elsa. He's also going to quest with Pete, which is kind of smart because he wants to force our Reckless Maui to run into it. But we could have just run Pete into it too. But what I do here instead, King Arthur is going to come down, give our Pete a boost here with resist 2 and ability to challenge ready characters. We are going to run into his ready goat and survive with our Pete, which is super nice. Our Maui still have to run into the Pete though, so we don't gain the Flynn Rider lore this turn, unfortunately. Maybe there was some thought into just running Pete into Pete and just surviving with Maui. But, you know, it's never a certainty that Flynn is going to survive anyway this late in the game. But, yeah, go ahead, do some more trading. And I'm going to quest with King Arthur. I do find the Maui Half Shark. So now I get to be a little sneaky here. Flynn is still on board. Maui is threatening that Flynn is going to gain the 3 lore again, but I do have the One Last Hope in hand, so hopefully I get to do this combo. He is worried about getting Arthur off the board though, because he doesn't seem to find a way to get rid of the Flynn, so I'm going to be gaining the 3 lore, and he's worried I'm going to gain 3 more off Arthur, so he had to go through all those hoops to challenge him, and I survive. So not only do I get the 3 lore for this Flynn Rider, I do get the One Last Hope off, and now I get the consolation prize also of my opponent having to read my card to try and figure out what it does. I get the fan the Flames back that I set up all those turns ago that I threw in there with the Gustav, and then with that I can do the combination of the Maui Half Shark running into all the cards. But yeah, just for a good measure there, our Maui Half Shark and Flynn together are going to run into the library to get rid of it. Just wipe the board straight clean. I forgot to pick up a card for the last Maui challenge, so I pick up the Whole New World just in case I needed it. But I don't, because we are going to win there with just my opponent not finding an answer. But yes, we got to do the combo. That's always my favorite thing, when we try a deck and we find the combo of harder cards. But yeah, I'm kind of really liking the feel of this deck. Yes, it is a combo deck. Yes, it needs combo pieces, but it can kind of stand alone without hitting your combo pieces. And it's not even that hard to get the combo off because Maui can fish the cards that you're missing from your discard. So as long as you played it before, Maui can get it back. So if you had to play One Last Hope earlier, the first time he challenges, he can pull that back. Or if you had to use the Fan of Flames, like if you have those cards in your discard from before, he can pull them back. So yeah, I love it. I love it. But yeah, on to game 3. We are on the draw once again. My opponent makes the mistake here that I made in the game 1. He forgot that I can shift into this Mickey here and take out the Calhoun and survive. So just a little bit of retribution. No big deal there. But the Mickey does get at least 2 of his characters because his Shmi is forced to run into it to get rid of it. And yeah, we had the Flynn on the board. We played a Gustav to help him along the way, but my opponent does have a way to get rid of him, unfortunately. But yeah, Fox and Diablo stays facing off against our Gustav that has to remain exerted. We on our turn 5 are going to play this Maui once again. Unfortunately, again, we didn't have something we could challenge with, but we are threatening to sing a whole new world here. We get Zeused, but that's good for us, I think, because I had the half shark in hand. I was kind of hoping that he would Zeus our Maui so that this half shark hopefully manages to survive. I know my opponent is playing a lot of Zeuses, so it's never a certainty, but it is there. Unfortunately, our opponent does beat us here. I did have the whole new world in hand that I was planning to play, but I don't get to do it. I just played a Sticky Mickey and passed. I should have quested the half shark. I think I just forgot because I was expecting to sing a whole new world with him. But yeah, I just had him cordoned off in my brain and I forgot to quest there. But no big deal. We are just gonna be behind a turn, but we managed to end up singing our whole new world like intended. And with our new hand, we get a Pete and Beast. We get this combo off again, so that hopefully we manage to survive this time around. Our Beast survives at least, so we can draw 2. That is the hope at least. But yeah, no, for 5, my opponent is going to play this Elsa, exert our Beast, so no such luck. The snake runs into Mickey here, and I think at this point my opponent realized, he was like, oh, I shouldn't be leaving exerted characters, so the fact that the snake is exerted wasn't great here. His plan was to trade off the board and leave nothing exerted because everything would have traded off cleanly, but he just forgot and attacked the Mickey. That now I have a target for the half shark. So yeah, you know, small things like that. What can you do? If you're playing against a weird deck, I'm sure you're going to forget some stuff like that. But yeah, we're going to go ahead for a challenge. We're going to pull our card back. I think it's a whole new world. And I'm going to sing Go to Distance here to ready our half shark once again. Go for another challenge. I think I pulled back my Go to Distance once more, just because that's the only action in our discard now. But yeah, we're going to Pete again. We're going to play our Floodborn Robin Hood, and we are also going to play a Sticky Mickey. And yeah, I did think about playing the Go to Distance once more, but I was like, I can do that next turn. But turns out I can't, because my opponent is going to Pete us once again while playing his board. So yeah, instead we are just going to develop this Maui once again, this Maui that can't challenge anything. Just we're forced to play it because I think everything else we want to play is actions. But yeah, Zeus is going to come down here, get rid of our half shark. So unfortunately, we do not get to abuse that power anymore. He's going to run his followers into our Robin Hood and Zeus him as well. Thunderbolts are raining down on my field, unfortunately, but still, my board is still okay. We lost some big hitters, but we still have the Maui with 2 Petes here. Just a lot of pressure on the board that I like. And yeah, another rabbit's gonna come down. My opponent's board is a little passive right now, so it kind of gives me hope that we have a chance to win this game. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, trade into the rabbit for free here. We're gonna go ahead and sing a whole new world with our Maui. Get a new hand, hopefully find some things we can play, and we do. We shift our Mickey that we've had on this board, and I just purposely haven't been questing in the hopes that we do find a shift line. On top of that, we're going to play this Beast, and we are going to play a Flynn Rider. Very threatening board here right now. We have shifted Mickey, Maui, we have our Beast, hoping to draw a card, and a Flynn Rider. And yeah, our opponent sings Zeus. He aims it at our Flynn Rider. I think if he threw it at our Maui, it would have gotten the same thing done. So maybe that should have been done. But yeah, Bell is going to move a damage over to my Beast just to make sure I don't draw that extra card, which is a very nice play. But yeah, I mean, shooting the Flynn at least makes sure that for sure I don't get it in the future too, when he doesn't, maybe he doesn't find an answer. But yeah, I'm going to try and go for the win here. I'm going to go for Pyros. I find another Flynn Rider, so I'm going to play him. Not only that, for 3, we are going to Pete. The Pete is off the board, but he is there. So I'm hoping to threaten the end of the game here. We're gonna quest up to 15 with this board. I was like, "There's no, I have this game. This game's on lock," or so I thought. But always shenanigans with Amethyst. Always shenanigans with these bouncing. But yeah, Belle is gonna take out our beast, and from there, my opponent is going to bounce her back. And she gets to move once she's played again. She gets to move the 2 damage counters from the Maui to take care of our Flynn Rider. So maybe the Maui being on board was worse for me. So maybe Zeusing the Flynn was the correct play after all. But yeah, my opponent is gonna continue trading here. Running the Shmi after it's boosted by Crab into the Mickey, and the Calhoun is going to take care of our Pete, gain 2 lore, and we actually don't have to win here. I thought I had it on lock after that last turn, but joke's on me. We do get a Shmi and Calhoun on board here, and from here I ended up not questing, kind of threatening lethal with my current characters on board. But my opponent does find, I think it was Strength or Raging Fire to take out the Shmi there. And that prevents lethal. I didn't quest because I didn't want like Belle and Crab running into my characters. And also Pyros is kind of my win condition right now. If I do find the Arthur, I get to just wipe the board. So I'm hoping for that. I don't find it. I just draw a Fan the Flame, so I decide I'm going to quest with the Pyros, quest with the Pete, and I'm going to ready the Pyros with Fan the Flame and hope that I draw something here, because yeah, if my opponent quests out, it might be a problem. My Calhoun is threatening though. If Calhoun survives this, then I do get to run into something and go up to 19 with the challenge. If I get the Fan the Flames or something, then I get to just quest, Fan the Flames with her, hit something, and win. So with that threat in mind, Elsa's gonna tap her down. Also, my opponent hasn't seen my Pyros pop off yet, so I think he was kind of underestimating it after he easily got rid of it a couple games in a row. But not this time. This time we top deck that King Arthur. We find the combo we're looking for. Pyros can now hit ready characters and has resist +2. So we're gonna take out this ready Pete. Just take 1 damage, and we are gonna restand. And from here, I'm gonna run Maui into this Belle. Take 4 damage for that, but no problem. Our Pyros is once again going to run into a character. We're gonna run into this Madam Min Snake. Take a damage. I'm gonna ready the Maui instead, so that Maui can run into the goat for us. And yeah, we stand here with Arthur and Pyros on board. If our opponent doesn't find an answer, then Arthur's going to quest for a win, and he doesn't. So we managed to eke out a victory here with Ruby Steel. Sure, there's some surprise factor, but I think Ruby Steel is going to be surprising for anyone who wasn't tuning in to this tournament this weekend. So super fun games. I really enjoyed the Whole New World. I really do, with all these 5-cost singers. I like it. I'm definitely going to be playing with this deck a little bit, especially with the reveals. I'm so excited for Mushu. Mushu is one of my favorite characters, bar none. So I definitely want to play around with it and see if we can eke anything out. So yeah, you might be seeing this deck a little bit more in the future. So keep your eyes peeled. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you did enjoy the video. If you like it, of course, like the video, comment, and all that jazz. And I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching, and ciao.